Why does everyone sound so good singing in the shower? Because the shower is your own resonating chamber. Resonance is the magic in singing. I better step out of the shower so we can start right now. Yeah! Welcome back to another edition of Victoria's Victorious Vocal Tips. 30 years of teaching voice, 42 years of studying voice, all different styles. I take serious vocal technique and make it simple and fun. I'll say it again. Resonance is where the magic happens in singing. Would you rather have a voice that's just black and white like this? Or a voice that has a full spectrum in the rainbow of colors like this? So I'm going to cover 4 things. Number 1, what is resonance? Number 2, what are the different kinds of resonance? Now, this may get a little technical, but you know me, I like to explain things as simple as possible so that everyone gets it. Number 3, how can you sing with more resonance? And number 4, we will experience resonance by singing in different moods. Resonance is created by sound waves, which then create bone conduction. Resonance is what amplifies, enriches, and intensifies the voice. This is why you sound so good in the shower. In the shower, you hear your voice bouncing off of the tile, off the porcelain fixtures, off the mirrors, off the metal objects. It creates a type of echo chamber. Now, contrast this to singing in a room that is heavily upholstered, lots of drapes, thick pillows, carpeting where your voice sounds muffled and dead. Now, the good news is that by understanding how you can sing with more resonance, you can have more of your own personal echo chamber in your body. Now, every instrument has a resonance chamber of some type. The hollow part in the inside of a guitar, the inside of a trombone, the hollow part of a piano. In the human body, remember, your body is your instrument in singing. We have 3 resonators: the throat, also known as the pharynx, the mouth, and the nasal passages. The sound that you make, the sound that people hear, is a combination of the vocal folds coming together and the way you shape these resonators as the sound travels through the vocal tract. This is what makes the human voice different from any other kind of instrument. The more you understand about how you create sound, the more informative a singer you will be. Watch my video on the 3 elements for great singing. And the more you understand resonance, the more fun, the more variety you will have in your singing. Watch my video on resonance in singing and also my playlist on better tone quality in singing. I'll include all links in the description below. Now, in singing, we have upper resonance and lower resonance. Upper resonance is what gives your voice ring, ping, carrying power, cut. It's what gives most people the goosebumps when they hear an exciting singer. Lower resonance is what gives your voice more fullness, warmth, depth. You could think of these different types of resonance as parts of the orchestra. The upper resonance could be violins or trumpets. The lower resonance could be cello, trombone. Now we're going to talk about how you can sing with more resonance. I have tons of videos on this, so I'm just going to touch on all of these different ways and tell you which videos to go to. Now, the throat is the largest resonator, so this is why you hear a lot of teachers and singers talking about the open throat, the soft palate. However, there are degrees of the open throat. It depends upon what kind of sound you want. So watch my video on the open throat. Also, what about the level of the larynx? Again, that depends upon what kind of sound you want. You see, these are all the ways that we filter and change the sound. Watch my video on the larynx and also how to sing with a fuller and richer tone. Now let me demonstrate quickly. If I want to sing with just a natural, talky, conversational sound, then I'm going to sing with what I call a neutral larynx and my throat in a neutral position like this. I'm speaking right here, I-A-E-O. But what if I want a more cavernous sound? Then I'm going to go with a little lower larynx and maybe a wider space. I'm speaking right here, I-A-E-O. If I want a more operatic sound, then I'm going to sing with a taller, soft palate like this. I'm speaking right here, I-A-E-O. Maybe I want a twangy sound. I'm speaking right here, I-A-E-O. There is no one sound that is right. I always say it depends upon what kind of sound and what kind of style you're singing. My favorite exercise for the open throat is the siren. You guessed it. I always talk about sirens. With the beginning of the yawn feeling, or like you're getting ready to sneeze, like this. Ah! Most singers can do that and feel total freedom. Let's give it a try. Ah! Great. There is your beautiful open throat if you felt no restriction whatsoever. Now, there are many other things that shape and filter the sound. What about your mouth? We've talked about this in previous videos. More of a smile, a wider mouth will give you a brighter sound. Ah! A more vertical oval mouth will give you a darker, fuller sound. Ah! Depends what kind of sound you want. Watch my video on the mouth position for singing. What about the tongue? The tongue acts as a rudder for the sound. So for a brighter sound, a bit higher tongue. Ah! For a darker sound, a bit lower tongue. Ah! However, we never push the tongue down because that puts direct pressure on your larynx. Watch my video if you have trouble with the tongue on the tight tongue. What about the jaw? Again, big difference in the sound. If I overdrop the jaw, ah, but if I'm tight and then I don't open enough, I get ah. Okay, what about if the jaw comes forward, which it shouldn't? Ah, or if you push it too far back? Ah, you see, all of these things influence the sound that you get. If you have trouble with the jaw, watch my videos on the tight jaw. So, we talked about your throat. We talked about your mouth. What about your nasal cavity? So when I say nasal cavity or passage, I'm not talking about nasal and I'm not talking about your nose. I'm talking about the area behind the nose, like when you smell a beautiful rose. Let's do that. Or again, the pre-sneeze feeling. You feel that area behind the nose open up. Welcome to nasal resonance. How much nasal resonance you use depends upon the sound you want. My favorite exercise for discovering nasal resonance is humming followed by a vowel like this. Or you could be down low. The hum brings us into the ring and the ping of the voice, which you follow when you go to the vowel. However, we don't want nasal as our default, so we don't want Also, I love the NG exercise, like sung. Let's give it a try. Sung. Or sung. Now, if you tend to get tight, then I would not practice the NG. I don't give NG to singers who tend to be tight in the throat until they've released that tension. Make sure to watch my video on ring. I always say ring is an important part of your default. Without ring, the voice is dull. How can you experience different types of resonance right now, today, in your chosen style of singing? We're going to experience 5 different moods right now. We're going to do happy, sad, lonely, angry, sassy. This is happy. I'm happy, or I'm happy. Notice a little bit of a smile. Twinkle in the eyes, lift in the cushions of the cheeks. Energy. Let's give it a try. I'm happy. And it would really be helpful in your practice to look at yourself in the mirror and see what your facial posture your mouth shape looks like. All right, how about this? I'm sad, I'm sad. Lower larynx, a little lighter approach. What about this? I'm lonely, I'm lonely. Lower larynx, little more airflow. What about this? I'm angry, I'm angry. Oh, more cut, more twang, more ping. What about sassy? I'm sassy, I'm sassy. Similar to the angry, but I smiled, so it made the tone brighter. You see how much fun this is? You can be in your own playground as a singer. Victoria's wisdom. Resonance is what amplifies, intensifies, and enriches the voice. You'll be able to sing for longer periods of time with more volume without getting tired, and you will be able to create more moods with your voice. I hope you have enjoyed another edition of Victoria's Vocal Tips. Don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends, leave me some comments, leave me some thumbs up, and continue experimenting, working on your resonance and all of the different vocal colors and moods in your voice. I look forward to seeing you again very soon.